Hi guys, this is not
Hello.
my glasses won't stay off. They're really good at staying over my ear, like on my face. But when I put them up, they just slide right off. But this is the amazing whip, and I'm Chattanooga Ed, and we're here to fish you up. I don't know, or how did that used to go? We're here to pump you up,
Yeah.
but never us. We didn't even realize that we were behind the time. Normally, Dr. Anthony's like our early bird that keeps us going, and he's running late tonight. So we just decided we better get going.
Yep.
So, but this is not going to be a fish versus fish. I was going to talk about things we put in our fish tanks. But before we get going, Whip, do you want to say hi to people?
Sure.
And
I can do that. We'll get it early so there's not 27,000 people in here. Way was the first one in.
hey,
Ooh.
Way.
Sevilla Steve, Cheryl Smith, Big Steve's Glass Boxes gifted one Chattanooga Ed membership, but
Oh
I
my God,
cannot
thank
see
you.
who got it. So you'll have to look on the old YouTube.
Well,
Six Pennywise is here. Miss Dee Dee and Denny and you. Nancy B in Tennessee. Hey, you. And the other you. Uh, Rack is here.
CRP
Hey,
got it.
Rack.
CRP fish.
One more time. I talked over you both times.
CRP fish.
Yep, that's Cheryl.
Got it. Got the membership.
And it's CR Fish if you read it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I
Yeah,
think I
see,
just
she was
always, instead of saying Cheryl, I always just type in hi CRP.
yeah. But if I didn't get it for a long time either. Somebody else had to point that out to me. It's fish with a PH. CR Fish.
I knew it
And
was.
then we got Emma. We got Emma. We have Denny to the second degree. Den of Zen. We've got Gills the Garden. Hey, Nader.
Hey,
And that might be it. Zenny's here, and Stephen P. Mr. Skippity Doodah. I said Rack is here, right? I already said Rack.
yep, super cool rack.
Good Lord, your chat is so chatty. Aquanan.
That's awesome.
And I'm at the bottom. So that should be everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. I didn't do it on purpose.
Well, I am slowly making the fish fam, like you guys that watch the show. I'm slowly making you guys like in action figure form. And you guys aren't all set up there real pretty yet. But this weekend, I went to Pennsylvania to try to find some more action figures to be able to make more of you. And it was called Zolicon. And I started off like I normally do for every trip. I want to make sure you can see my Modaka in Japanese because I think this is the coolest shirt ever. Um, and I start all my trips when I take the long distances. I go to my local Burger King and I get the eggnormous burrito because those things are so big and they fill me up forever. And this time they've changed the recipe and the sauce they put in the eggnormous burrito. The number one ingredient is mustard. Before I was like to the highway, my lips were both swelling up, and I'd realized I've ate mustard, and I ate a lot of mustard. I was sick for the whole trip. It
I
really stunk. I made it to the Zolicon, the show. I took
Hey, Giftine.
6 Imodiums before I left in the morning, and I went there and walked around for about 5 hours, and my stomach was upset, but everything was staying inside, so that was good. Um, and then my brother we drove all the way home on Sunday. We were going to go to some different places on Sunday and Monday, and he was just really cool, and I felt bad. But it's such a bummer to be sick like that for the whole trip you've been looking
Yeah.
forward to.
and to get it right at the beginning. I mean, geez.
Pour it down. Oh man. And right now, the only thing sore on me is kind of the bottom, like where my lips turn into the gums. That's the only thing that's sore on me. And I think that's because my lips swelled up. I was like this.
That's always pleasant. Nancy wants to know if you found a lot of bodies.
It was another disappointment. Bodies were so expensive. They were like between $20 and $30.
It's hard to get a good body these days, Nancy.
I know. Oh, and I found out from the toy community that's $1. So instead of me saying getting a body, I should say I'm looking for bucks. Oh, my cat just kicked me.
Well, you might get the deer community involved.
Yeah, well. So I found only one. I found a Dr. Spock. That I'm going to, he's fully clothed. So I'm going to strip Dr. Spock and use him for June, the queen of Oscars. So. But that was
Zenny says bodies are always expensive, Ed. Have you tried the dark web?
Well, I go to Comic-Con, or not Comic-Con, G.I. Joe Fest, and they're like $5 to $7 a piece. And I loaded up. I bought about 40 some bodies last year, and I make a list of people's names I want to have on there, and I have like a list of 20 of you guys on there. Like, okay, I'm just looking at this right now, and I can see at least 2 names right now, 3 names that I had on the list. So G.I. Joe Fest come June. It stinks because it's during the awesome bluegrass fish to get together.
Yeah.
But
bad timing.
Terrible timing. But so we just got Doc.
So
I should have waved at him and made sure he was okay to come up. Doc, are you okay to come up?
Well, he's either jacking around and frozen, one of the two.
What do you mean jacking around?
He moved.
Rex says I can get you a body by 3 o'clock. and Pennywise says if you ever want to do a figurine of her, just look up 6 from Little Nightmares in the yellow raincoat. That's me. Maybe I could be holding a red balloon.
Oh, you're live.
Oh,
yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
We're 10 minutes in, buddy.
Hey,
it's all good. We see normally Dr. Anthony's always our early guy.
I know.
That gets us going, and you probably got a half hour late.
Yes.
Look, Nico's yawning.
Did you see what Zenny said about your Joe Fest decision?
What?
She says, so silly to go during a fish event so close to your house. Make better choices, Ed.
Well, I've got to. So 6 Pennywise 6. The little kid in the raincoat is named 6.
I believe so.
Okay, well that's good. I was gonna try to find a girl Pennywise. Or try to make a girl looking Pennywise, but that's cool. I appreciate that. That's good to know.
Good to know.
Ooh, were you drinking a Coke from Mexico?
Sparkling water. Costco sparkling water.
I'm drinking Walmart. Well, I don't know if it's Walmart, but it's
that's not Walmart. You can buy it anywhere.
I bought it at Walmart.
Is that LaCroix? Is that what it's called?
LaCroix, I think.
LaCroix?
LaCroix.
I can barely speak English. I don't know what.
Well, there was this band. It was a one-hit wonder called LaCroix, and it was that Bulletproof song. I'm bulletproof.
You're gonna sing more of it.
I can't remember the rest of the words right now. Zen, start thinking about it in your head, and then let us know if you run it through there a bunch. But so that was the deal. I had a bummer weekend, but it was still fun hanging out with my brother and stuff. But and everybody, this is Dr. Anthony. Anybody that might be brand new to the show, thank you, Dr. Anthony. And tonight we're gonna talk, and we Dr. Anthony, I haven't brought this up to the rest of the crew yet either, so you're fresh to the beat. I don't know. I'm trying to sound cool. We're going to talk about things that you put in the fish tank other than fish. Like, what do you like to put in the fish tank? And we'll start off with wood, but then we're going to go a lot farther down the rabbit hole.
My wood's too big to put in a fish tank.
Well, you need to cut the branches off.
Yeah, that's true.
Or drill a hole in it or something so the fish
that would hurt.
In there. But I mean, we all agree that the basics, rocks and wood are great for fish hides, and line of sight is good for, for catfish that like to chew on wood. So I mean, we can talk about all that, but why don't we just go straight to the main heart of this subject? How do you feel about ornaments? Now, this ornament is probably the most sold ornament in America right now. And as much as people hate it, it still gives, like, my crab would love it. Yeah, Nico, where's Nico? There he is. Oh, sorry, buddy. I hit the table. It's still a somewhat useful item for, fish can go in there and hide. My crab would love sleeping in that. So what do you think, Dr. Anthony? Let's hear from Dr. Anthony first. How do you feel about...
Oh, sure. I'm here on time.
SpongeBob.
But he gets to go first.
Well, I figure he might be the more negative person on this, but maybe not.
Well, depends. If I have 5-6-year-old children at home, I would have no problems with that because it's a gateway drug, so to speak. It gets them interested in fish. Then I
love that answer.
Then they learn what really belongs in a tank. For me, no, it would be a no-go if in one of my tanks.
It helps get their imagination going.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So nice, good job. I like that answer, Dr. Anthony. What do you say, Whip?
I don't hate them, and if they are fairly realistic looking, I really don't mind them. But like that back there, it's just temporary. I don't know. You can't really see it, but it's a jar. It's a busted jar, but it's plastic. It's whatever that resin is that they use. And the frontosa, that while they're little, they like to go in there and kind of chill out. I got a lot of logs, like the round logs that are, stuff like that. I use a lot of that.
Right on cue.
Yeah, right. I probably have like 4 or 5 of those, and I have the caves. I think one of you, maybe it was Ed. I don't think it was you, Doc. I've got like these set of caves that are about that tall and about that wide. They're about that wide and about that tall, and they're like a set. And I have those too. But they all look kind of real, if you were to doctor them up a little bit, dress them up with plants and whatever. It looks a little more real than that.
Yeah. Well, this one's definitely not realistic, but I was going for just a practice cheap run, by not adding any dye to it or anything and seeing what it would look like.
I'll tell you what, I mean, I think they need backs, right? For it to work best.
Well,
all depends what you want them for.
Well, breeding plecos, I would assume, is what that's for, right?
Well, I think it's just for making plecos more chill, like just to give them a place to like de-stress.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I don't know. I just
Dr. Ants. Well, most plecos, the males trap the female into the cave. So, if it's open, she can get out. But if you push it all the way to the back of the tank, maybe she can't.
Or
Yeah,
you can
Yeah, there you
do
go.
something like that.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna go and look at some of these most popular
Do you
things
want
that
to?
you put in
Do
the
you want to
tank.
hear what people have to say, or are you
Oh,
just want to
sure.
do that later?
No, let's
So,
hear. Do we have any opinions? Hey,
you
Six
yeah,
said hi
you have
to
quite a few actually.
Nico.
You have Pennywise said, of course, any SpongeBob fan will love those, but she doesn't want them. Pegasista, is that somebody you know?
Oh,
That's that
yeah.
gal from the other week, right?
Yep.
I usually add a whimsical piece. This is a Shia. I usually add a whimsical piece in every tank, some blue marbles, a crystal, a tank decor, a UFO, Stargate, Bruce the shark. In every tank you have that stuff. Emma says, my sister bought me a SpongeBob pineapple.
I
You
think
said,
the
as a kid, I
SpongeBob's
had the
really popular.
broken Gundam. What's a Gundam? I don't even know what that is. Gundam robot. Maybe that's a person or a type of thing. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's a something that they might be more popular in anime. A Gundam.
Anime
I don't know
Fletcher?
for sure if that's what those robot
Hey, Tootie.
suits are that they walk in.
But that's about. I might have missed something, but that's what people were saying.
Okay, well, so where would we rate this? I would.
For
I mean, I
overall,
would.
or for
I
us
think it's a
personally?
use. Personally, I think this would be a decentish. I mean, I don't want it either because I don't like. Well, I actually like pineapples, but I don't think I want them in my fish tank. And
I wouldn't
I
want it
I
either.
do have. I should have taken a photo of one of my tanks. Does have a bunch of ornaments in it. I've got a tank that has a bunch of mines in it that float like from World War II. They look like they're all corroded and rusted. And I've got a tank that's just Synodontis, and the Synodontis shoot around on the bottom, but there's nothing at the top. So I had all these mines and I put them in at the top, and I just think it's kind of fun. So
Were you the one? No, I forget who I was. It had to be you. Didn't you have like a bunch of stuff kind of like scattered throughout the tank, and it was hard to even see because it was growing so well in there? Like a lot of stuff was hiding behind the plants. Was that not you?
well, that could have been me too. I I
Somebody just
I
showed me
collect
that.
ornaments. I collect ornaments. I have a lot more ornaments in a glass cased thing than I do actually ornaments in my tanks. Even though sometimes I do. Like I have this I've got Liberty Mollies that are always wanting to hide. And instead of like putting a piece of wood in there that I don't want to worry about tannins and stuff, I threw this one thing in there and they're constantly hiding in this Mayan thing. So I have that, and then I also have a Parthodon I use a lot. Or no, not a Parthodon. I have the Colosseum. It has lots of holes in it. So when I get new fish, I put that
I
in
have
with
I have that awesome looking thing right there.
yeah. Well, I guess I make them too. Well, um, I have this Coliseum that I put into my tank for my quarantine tank. I have a 20-gallon quarantine tank. When WIP was over, it was all only 1 inch of water because I didn't have any fish in it. But I just keep it in the middle of my fish
Hey,
room on
puppy.
2x4s. It's really gross, or not a fun looking tank. But I I have to do that with my quarantine tank because if I put my quarantine tank in on the shelves or on a table, I'm going to leave it there forever and just move on to a new quarantine tank. I mean, is that I don't know. Am I the only person that just turns quarantine tanks into fish tanks
No,
if I don't
you are
force
not.
myself?
You are definitely not alone in that. That happens to most people, actually.
Well, the only way around it is just to make it really inconvenient and put it right in the middle of the floor, in the middle of the room for me. So that's the only way I'll know to get them out of there eventually. But
I quarantine way too long. That's part of my problem. Like I'll quarantine for 6 months just to make sure that everything is good.
That's
Dr.
a long
Because I have
Anthony,
the tank, I have the tanks. It doesn't really. I'm not in a huge hurry, and a lot of times the fish really aren't big enough to go in with my established guys anyway.
Boy.
So.
Yeah, yours are like, boy, he just keeps yawning. I think he
Yeah.
doesn't like this subject. That's like his fourth yawn. But I mean, but those are almost like grow out tanks then.
Yeah,
which
they
isn't
turn
bad
into
either.
like it. Yeah. Because when was when Jeremy from Aquarium Domain and I went to the ACA in Cleveland. That was a year and a half ago, right? Something like that.
Yeah, that's the week before Thanksgiving.
I bought multiple fish there, and they're still in the same grow out tank. Just because these two idiots right here, I'm afraid they might eat them. I don't know how aggressive these guys are, but they sure chase the hell out of everybody.
Dr. Anthony, do you use grow out tanks or quarantine tanks?
Quarantine, what's that?
Yeah, well,
you don't even need to right now because half your tanks aren't even full.
If you keep your fish in species only tanks like Dr. Anthony does, he probably doesn't need to quarantine. He just puts them in their empty tank and then they're good to go.
And doesn't it matter what you're doing too? I mean, if you're breeding, you don't want a bunch of decor in there. I mean, that would make a pain in the ass, right?
I just like to have something so they can hide behind so that you're not stressed. It's because they're in a new environment. I generally don't put a light on them. I'll just put them in there. If they're a fish that really likes to swim through plants, I'll throw some plants in there. And but otherwise, I just like I say, I'd leave that really stupid giant Parthodon, or not Parthodon, that great, because it's a huge ornament, but it gives them plenty of places to hide inside. Like it has, like they can go behind and into all the layers. So it just works as a great piece for my quarantine tank. But oh well. Well, let's just see. Like
I have that
the
one
diver's
too.
mask. Yeah, you have this one.
Yeah, if you just because it makes a great hide for your sponge filter.
Oh, okay, yeah, I definitely see that. And then there's your submarines or your ships and stuff that sink. Now these type of things, I find loaches will go into, and then you'll never see your loach again.
Yeah. Yep. See this one?
But oh yeah, I see it.
That's the mariner's helmet, and
Nice.
You can see the air coming out of the top. I mean, that obviously cuts down on the effectiveness of the sponge filter, but the sponge filter's primary use in there is to cause surface tension.
Do you actually put the sponge filters inside the dome, the bell?
Yeah, it's all inside. Yeah.
Yeah, you're almost turning it. Well, I mean, it's still got a lot of area for bio to live on.
Oh, bio,
yeah,
for sure.
you are
mechanical. I mean, they're not great at mechanical anyway, but they're yeah, it's really bad now. But I have a sponge filter. I mean, a hang on the back and a canister on there too. So,
Whip,
Doctor,
you feeling okay?
Yeah, why?
Because that tank is clean.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing last week.
Sorry.
Damn it, it's brown again.
Was that in your? Sorry about not making your Saturday program either.
Oh, dude, I was hoping you wouldn't actually, just because I was, not because you were sick, but because I was hoping you were having so much fun you didn't want to, take a break from doing that and coming on my show. I honestly was hoping you were just having too much fun, but then you said, "I'm so sick. I ate too much."
Oh my
mustard."
God, I was so sick.
Why are you eating mustard? Because when you know you're allergic to it, bozo.
Well, they changed the recipe. Had you been here on time, you would have heard this.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I'll tell him again because I like telling my stories. I always start with an eggnormous burrito before I leave on a trip.
Hmm.
And that's the giant burrito from Burger King. And they've changed it a few times over the years because they used to have it with sausage, ham, and bacon. And then they had a thing called the Baconator. Well, they got rid of the eggnormous burrito and they made it that Baconator, or they just take the Baconator and put it in the eggnormous because they like the name. So it's a lot of bacon. Well, this time I noticed they had ham in it, which was different, which I liked. So there was ham and bacon, but they had a new sauce. And the sauce, like after I got done with it, my lips were all swollen up and I hadn't even gotten to the highway yet. I hadn't gotten to 75 to start heading up before it hit me. It was a drag, but I guess I have to tell them no sauce.
Yeah.
And my brother looked it up. And at first we said, what's the sauce on the Taco Bell burrito? Breakfast. And then it said no mustard. And I'm like, I can't figure out what I'm allergic to. And then I realized we said Taco Bell and not Burger King. So then we went back and did Burger King. And the number one ingredient is mustard in the sauce.
I see Whip's at it.
Yep. I gave my
Yep,
liver a break last week.
I've got a big thing of sweet tea. I didn't put any ice in it, but I wish I would have now. Oh, I was kind of running late. I didn't realize we were cutting it so close, Dr. Anthony. I was eating corn like 5 minutes before the show started. It's like something you don't do.
I was just sitting there, just watching TV, thinking, well, it's only 6:30 right now, but it was 7:30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all good.
I did the same thing as you, more Ed than you, but because I wasn't even watching the clock. I just looked at my phone. It was 9:24, and I'm like, good Lord, I have like 6 minutes. Hey, there's Jeremy right there. Hashtag more mustard.
Hey, Jeremy. Oh,
Which is better, light on, light off?
Do the
try the other way. Oh, I think on.
It
Gives
actually
you nicer,
yes.
healthier flesh tones.
Yeah, but you can't see my eyes.
Oh. Okay.
No
Well,
biggie.
what's more comfortable to you? Just let's go with that. We want you to be relaxed and
That's
just
terrible.
enjoy the show.
You can't. We're in front of tens of people.
I know.
But
have you guys ever
what's happening, buddy?
Have you guys ever got one of these battleships though, and the fish just go inside and they never come out? I did when I was a kid.
My mother had a tank and had a much smaller plastic version of that, and the holes in it were not quite big, so 2 Corys got in and got stuck.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did they die in there?
They died in there.
That's not good. Your glasses are pretty cool. I like how round they are.
And these are the same glasses I wear all the time.
Huh. Well,
they're my Stanley Tucci glasses.
He's had them. Oh no, I've lost my internet.
I don't think he ever lost his internet. I think Whip just lost himself.
Yeah, it did for a minute.
Well,
so you want to hear my tragedy story?
Yeah.
It wasn't a battleship, but it was one of those. It's pretty common. I don't think I have even half of it laying around anymore. It was almost like a blonde the color of like blonde oak, 2-limb branch that was hollow, and I had bought the most expensive fish at the time I had ever bought. It cost me like $135, $140. That it was my first one I ever ordered online, and like the fish itself was $35, and then the rest of it was shipping.
The shipping,
yeah. And literally, it was like $35 and over $100 for shipping because they had to do it overnight, and back then it was stupid money. And so he had gone in there, and then a plecostomus went in there, and the plecostomus died. And apparently, when it died, it did the thing that plecostomus do, and it just wedged itself in there. You know, I couldn't get it out, and I figured both fish were dead because the one was trapped all the way back in there, and then the dead one was, you know, closer to the edge. But I tried to hook it. It was just this little tiny hole. You know, I got these big sausage fingers, and I couldn't get that thing out of there. So I got pissed, and it was the middle of winter, and I went to the back door and I chucked it out into the snow. And I let it sit back there for maybe 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, that's stupid. So I went out there and I got it, and I decided to cut it in half. So I cut it in half, and I was able to get the dead fish out, and I tried to get the other fish out, and it bit me. And I'm like, holy crap, he's still alive. After all that, after being out of the water for like a half an hour in the snow for at least 5 minutes, maybe 10. And then I chucked the whole thing back into the fish tank. Now that it was cut in half, it was a much bigger opening without a dead plecostomus blocking the way. And he lived for another, I don't know, 10 years or something like that.
What was he?
It was one of those jaguar Doc would know.
You died on us with.
I don't think it was a woodcat though. We lost my internet at that time.
Oh, a jaguar catfish of something.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a shovel nose?
No. It was, no, jaguars are the ripsaw cats, right?
No. This is just they're little. They're like a little 8-inch. They look just like jaguars. I think it's a woodcat of some kind. I can figure it out. Give me 1 second while you guys are talking. I can look it up. So yeah, it wasn't he got to be about 8 inches, and he was happy till he died.
Ed.
Yes, sir.
We got to get back to your subject matter.
I know, but it's fun to hear the stories from the different things.
Well, we were still kind of on the story, and that was a fake wood thing.
I had one of these when I was a kid, and I remember my dad saying, "Why would you want to put that in your tank?" And I said, "Well, add air to my tank." And he thought about it, and he said, "All right, that was a good enough answer." And he got it for me. I don't think mine was attached to a trunk. I think it was just a little guy with an air bubble underneath him. Or no, he held a hose. He held a rubber hose that went through his hand and had a ball, and the air would pump through the ball and kind of jerk him around a little. And he was just like,
wasn't he wearing like a diver's suit, and the air went down to him and then like through his hand or something to the pump, to the treasure chest, and then it would go bloop and open the treasure.
I think that one is like that. But there's been a lot of divers. I also had the diver, and I paid with my own money, and the thing plugged into his head, and the hose plugged into his head, and I don't know where the air bubbles came out, but he was stationary, and he held an axe in one hand. I remember that, and he was just a diver bell type guy walking on the bottom of the tank. But he didn't walk; he just stood there. But yeah, I don't know if the air bubbles came out of the ground around him, or if I think he had a chest in one hand and an axe in the other. Maybe the bubbles came out of the chest or something.
Could be. Skippy on his secondary channel, Wet Floors, says, not that they're reading chat, but I have a new version of this that's a hippo with his mouth lifts up like
Oh, that's
the lid of the
awesome.
chest.
Hungry hippos.
I'm gonna have to look for that
That's
hippo
Kelly
one.
Kev said I had a little Pictus cat that got stuck in fake driftwood. And he had to cut him out too.
Oh.
Dang. Nancy had a
There's-
treasure chest. Jumped. I don't think it had a diver.
Yeah, there was a treasure chest and a clam, and they would fill up with air. The clam, I think, was pink, and it looked like this, and it would open up every so
Yep.
often, and
Yeah.
it had a big giant pearl, and it would go bloop, 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 and then it go and fill up, and then after a while, it go bloop, 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 bloop. Haley
Rat
from
said
Oddball
the
Aquatics
treasure chest is
had
a
one.
straight up classic. You know that's
Yeah.
right.
Well,
did you see what I posted there, Doc? It was
I looked at it. Yeah.
yeah.
I yep. It's a wood cat.
It's from
a
down
nice
there
wood cat.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about buying some. I saw some posted, but they want $60 each for them.
Each? Whoa.
Yeah.
They've gone up.
a diver's hat.
Great
Well-
Rapjaws here.
I can't read that, or otherwise I'll go crazy and just want to answer each individual's. But I think that you is asking if I mean a diver's hat, and I think
A diver?
I mean
No, a
people might
diving.
call them a hat.
No, did
But-
your diver have a diving helmet on, like a rig
he had
diver?
The diving bell.
Okay, diving
like
helmet.
the
okay,
bell?
yeah.
Yeah.
A diving bell is something you sit in and go down underwater. It's an old type of.
I believe it's also the helmet.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
thought
pretty
that's
sure.
what-
I thought you was a
Oh,
professional.
you would
diver.
definitely know. Yep, you would know. Because he
No.
was a
Well,
diver.
but
He would know.
they might call it different things. You know what? Let's Google this thing. Let's say, what's a diving bell?
We got our expert there.
Show me what a diving bell is.
Show me the money.
I've been calling those things diving bells my whole life.
Who knew you
well,
could bring
okay,
your own
so-
cooler to the bullpen?
You've
Okay.
got some people, but there are a lot of photos of
See that
these
first one? Yeah,
crazy-
that's your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's more, I think, directed to individual. Look at that. Could you imagine being in that
Yep.
thing?
Yep. That
Nope.
was
I
the
would do
first
it.
one. Yep.
I would lose my mind. Dee Dee said she had a better get stuck in some cholla wood. Is that right?
Cholla. Choya.
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 Cholla wood that had been in a tank with him forever. Also had a Cory do the same. No cholla when fish could fit in.
Well, choya you can crush really easily though.
Yeah, what I hate about choya is it just disappears
It falls
after,
apart.
it just
Yeah.
completely dissolves. I've got a piece in here because I used to keep shrimp in here and I never took the wood out because it smells and it's nasty when you take it out. So I've just left it. But it's almost black and it's behind a piece of wood, so I just left it in there. I figure it's filled with bio goodness.
You is sticking to his story there. He says hard hat is a bowl a bowl, a bell. You're in it.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean bells.
But if you Google a bell, it'll give you both, just like Ed showed you. So,
But
I'm
I
just-
bet you
it
it's
is-
because a lot of novices don't know, and it
Yeah,
probably is
right.
doing what novices are saying.
yep, and
Because my whole life I've
people
been
like
calling
you and
them
me,
bells.
we've heard it our whole lives. It ain't like we ain't been around for a minute.
And like when you go to those places to buy like the old giant copper ones, they call them a diver's bell there too.
And Jeremy
Those
says,
big old.
Whipworld, no way in hell they could have even squeezed you into one of those.
Yeah, well, that'd be the same with me.
Get
I'd
in there.
stuck
Get in
it.
there.
Might be a great way for me to lose weight, though. Now, I've never had one of these cool little volcanoes that puts the
haven't either.
micro bubbles in. Have you ever had one of these, Dr. Anthony?
No, I don't have. I've never had anything like any of these things.
But it's micro bubbles.
Doesn't matter.
Even when you were a kid, you didn't have the diver guy and none of that?
I've been a semi-purist my whole life.
I mean, I wouldn't have even known what, when I was a kid, I didn't know what the purist meant. You bought what was at the store.
Well, yeah, a purist meant that there was no, at most would have been maybe a plastic plant, maybe.
Well, we had to have plastic plants back in the old days before we had good lighting.
There was no way you were growing anything back in the day. I mean, really,
this is what I picked for
plants
skulls.
have
I
just
should have picked a human
recently,
skull.
in the last 10 years, probably started to take off.
We do have a skull in the aquarium in Peru.
But it's real.
No, that's a plastic alligator skull. We pretend like the piranhas ate the alligators, only that's the skull.
Now, would piranhas eat an alligator if it was dead?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. They eat anything.
I mean, I know that they have crazy teeth. Do they have no problem cutting right through the caiman skin?
Oh no, probably dead things blowed up and they explode eventually. So, they would start with its mouth, maybe its tongue,
for the insides. I got you. It sounds gross, but they go for the butthole a lot too. I know that's what vultures do. They start pulling intestines out, I think. Oh, and dogs, I think, will do that too. Oh, man, how did we get off on that subject? Oh, yeah, piranhas. Well, that's pretty cool. So, do you think that's probably a big part of a piranha's food is what's dead in the river?
Yeah, they're scavengers more than anything.
Yeah.
So, like, if you had a dog that died, would you just throw it in the river if you were in Peru?
I don't have dogs, so
Not you personally. Is that what they do?
Well, okay. Even Carlos, our manager, his dog died, and they buried him in their yard. So, he has kids, little kids. He has, two young daughters. So, you just can't.
Do they eat piranhas down there?
Oh yeah, they eat piranhas all the time.
Piranhas are a huge food source, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them fishing for them. They just take a carcass and dip it into the water, and they come out with 27 of them hanging on there.
I've seen that, but I've never seen that I've seen the video of that, but I've never seen that
actually fish like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Well, I guess that's one way to get them. I mean, you just dip it in, shake them off. Dip it in, shake it off. Oh my God! I was just pulling an Ed right there. Don't clip that.
Oh, I didn't even notice. But now I know what you're talking about. Actually, click or do copy that. I used to know this old missionary guy that used to go down to El Salvador and stuff and do different lakes or different rivers and things. And he went fishing, and the first time he went fishing, he said he used like a plastic lure and the piranhas just bit it apart. And then he started using a spinner and a leader to be able to catch them.
It had to be South America, not Central America.
Oh, well, I don't know where he was. The piranhas are only in Central America?
No, they're only in South America.
Well, isn't El Salvador's in South America, isn't it?
No, it's in Central America.
I thought it was below Peru.
No, below Peru is Chile, Bolivia, Argentina.
Too late, Whip.
Okay, well, I have to. He wrote a book called Mission to the Headhunter, so I'll try to find out where he was for you. But he loved it down there. He was a bush pilot, basically. He wasn't a real mission. Well, I shouldn't say a real missionary, but he would fly the supplies to the different missionaries that down there because he knew how to fly a plane. But he was
Mac,
a really
I thought you
cool
were just
guy.
having a stroke.
So
Maybe.
Rack wants to come up.
Well, Rack is always, I don't know how to invite him, but Rack has always got an invite. So
Because he was
I
going
should
to
have
be the
invited him
closer.
before we started. I actually had a dream about Rack yesterday.
Not about me?
Not about you. It was about
Dang.
Rack. He was, and we were just making pots together. Okay. Let's see. You guys talk about something while I figure out how to do this.
You want me to do it real quick while you talk, or you want to?
Yeah, that would be a lot easier because
Okay, yeah.
I still haven't. I don't know how to send invites on my text messages anymore. I have to use just or Facebook to you guys because
I got you,
my new
boo.
phone, I can't even. I used to have it so there was like my normal people that I talk to, but now it's like they're putting all the spammers in with everybody else, and it's like so. I do not like my messenger system on the new phone at all. Oh my gosh, your light just went out.
Whose lights?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh,
I bet
It's
you
10:15.
10:15. Oh, yeah, but pretty close. Wow, we only have 11 minutes. Brack better hurry.
Yeah, he better hurry,
wonder-
Rack.
I wonder if Rack's now. Whip, are you going to be making anything or going to be doing a show after this?
I'm going to, yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
I already sent you guys the link and everything.
I'll
Although
just
that was on text. So if you need me to do it on
I'd
Facebook,
appreciate
I
it.
can do that too. Hold, please.
But I mean, there's some really useful artificial stuff you can get. Like this would be a great one for plecos or lionhead cichlids would probably love to hide in those little corners and stuff. Have you ever used plastic just to create an environment without using rocks at your aquarium down in Peru?
in the aquarium itself, no, we don't even have we don't have rocks. There's where we're at. There's no rocks in the river.
Well, yeah, it's surprisingly barren, isn't it? I mean,
yeah.
So it's just wood.
It's wood and leaves.
Yeah.
Wow, is there a lot of erosion there?
Your crafty show.
A lot of what, Ed?
Erosion.
Yeah, when the river comes up, yeah, yep, big time.
Does that cause the river to shift more? Like, like the.
Oh yeah,
like how horseshoe lakes are made.
Yeah, you make oxbow lakes. Yeah.
Well, that's very neat. Now, have you found that do different types of fish survive in those lakes next to the rivers, or does the rainy season come and it just they leave and go?
Yeah, when rainy season comes, they go out. Yeah.
Now, like
Emma says she's validating you. She says she found the diver guy holding the tube and standing on a rock. So you're right. That's a real thing.
Awesome. Nico, please don't step on my keyboard.
And a banana. You're just in time. Oh, no, we got 8 minutes.
I was gonna I was gonna call up Matt from Liquid Zoo to get him to give me the ability to have me go step by step on how to do. Stop stepping on my thing, guy. Stop.
Don't
Come on,
never
move.
step on a man's
Yeah,
thing.
never step on his thing. That
Watch,
hurts
he
way too
doesn't.
much.
Hey, be nice to me. He's like trying to bite me by not letting him. All right, be nice. Oh, and I just bopped him in the head.
He
doesn't like to be told no. But no, I was going to ask Liquid Zoo to help me, like walk me through how to set up one of the giveaway things. But I will work on that next time. And then when I went up to Pennsylvania, I was so sick I didn't see anybody. So I didn't see Big Steve. I'm going to have to mail his body to him, or his action figure to him.
Good thing you explained
Scotty,
that. Action figure as opposed to body.
Yeah. Especially with a guy named Big Steve.
Yep.
He might use them as like compost. Oh my gosh, I thought when you went to grab that, I thought that was Rack popping up. See, now I'm just sitting here waiting on Rack. Rack, hurry up. We have 9 minutes.
Or just show up on Whip Show.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he's almost here. But yeah, I mean, and a guy like Rack, he could make some pretty cool stuff too. But my very first ever thing was like a mountain that was fluorescent like this. My dad bought it when I was 4 years old and put it in a fish bowl and gave us 2 mollies, filled it with tap water, and the next day both mollies were dead. I had a black molly and my sister had a orange molly. And then from there, my dad like got intense on how to figure out how to do things and learned how to do fish. And before you knew it, he had like 20 fish tanks and he was breeding guppies and cories and selling them to fish stores. Rack, you ready to come up? Awesome. Here's Rack.
Hey,
I gotta go. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good to see everybody, and good night.
Rack, did you ever have any type of toys or anything like that in your fish tanks when you were growing up, or now?
Every toy, and I still do. I think the thematic tanks are the best. The Legos are really cool. But everyone does their own thing. I made a comment in chat about Doc. Makes a lot of sense for him at Arkoff to have natural aquariums.
Hey,
it
Mike.
Makes a lot of sense for you, Ed, as crafter to have some thematic tanks. And with the stock that Whip keeps, it makes a lot of sense to have kind of sparse decorations. So to each his own. And I'm not if it doesn't harm the fish or affect the water quality, if you like it, put it in there. More of it.
I have a blender in mine.
See, and let your creativity off the chain. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Well,
I'm in the bullpen mood, Ed. I was going to replace somebody, whoever needed relief. I was going to come in as a closer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So Whip was getting a little wild.
You got me back.
It's quick with the buttons.
I got the hook.
Now, I've never had this happen to me, but have you guys ever heard I don't know if it's a wise tale or legit, that if you put a thing into your tank that can collect air, the gas will build up in there and kill your fish?
I've heard it, Doc.
I've always been paranoid of that. So I have always drilled a little hole or something so air can't be trapped. But is that really a thing? Does any of you guys have experience with that?
It's kind of a thing, but it will never.
Is it methane?
Like Jason Adams has proven that, it will accumulate down there, and you occasionally might get a bubble that stinks, but it's never hurt his fish. And I can see Doc shaking his head, and it sounds like he's on board with that as well.
If it's contained, if there's an air bubble in there, and it's contained on one side, it's hard for me to imagine that somehow hydrogen sulfide gas would infuse into that air bubble.
Yeah, I mean, it must have happened at some point. Hey, Krager. Damn, I haven't seen you in a long time, son. Good to see you.
Hey, Craig.
What? Yeah, and he said that a
about
lot of
that.
people were afraid of sand. Remember, wasn't it sand that was the culprit for a long time? Because it was so dense that it would trap the methane down below as it decayed the whatever it was decaying down there.
Oh no, I've had that in my planted tanks with is it an inch of organic material and 2 inches of a cap, and it'll build up so much pressure that it breaks through in a big burp. Now I don't have that happen if I soak the organic material well enough, but I get impatient and I cap it before it's well soaked. Then I get those bubbles, and it's almost like if the fish is close enough to the column, they can get in some trouble pretty quickly. But if they're on the other side of the aquarium from wherever the burp happens, they seem to be okay. But it smells the whole room up. But that's that's got material causing that on purpose, generating methane.
I get that when I guess maybe I'm actually burping my tank when I clean it, because I have a lot of capped tanks with soil underneath. Mm-hmm. And when I clean the sponge filters, I like to push them back into the sand. And when I do that, it'll burp up then and come up.
Does it cause your fish distress?
No, I don't think so.
Cool.
But
I've never had it do it either.
It's not a giant bubble. It's just a few little bubbles. That go bloop, bloop, bloop.
How was that, Ed?
Bloop, bloop, bloop. And that's it.
One more time?
But
okay.
But I mean, I don't do it all over. So maybe there's giant methane bubbles filling on other parts of the tank. I don't know. But then maybe the plant's roots are bringing them up in those areas. And so, it's just the stuff under the filter that doesn't have any plant roots or anything to help it come up. I don't know if that even makes sense.
I don't know either.
But Dr. Anthony, do you guys do soil capped tanks down in Peru?
No, we don't have plants in any of our tanks.
Oh, jeepers.
Because there's no plants in the water in that part of the Amazon.
That freaked me out the first time I learned that. Is you would think the Amazon would be chock full, and it's got nothing in it.
Yeah.
No, that's in the Pantanal region, the plains region that gets flooded every year in Brazil. I mean, the only plants you have are floating plants and terrestrial plants when it floods. They'll still grow underwater.
Now, you're at the top of the river, right? And it's all, like all the river is flowing to the Atlantic.
Yeah, so we're at the beginning of the Amazon, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out a good invasive plant for you to throw in there and see what happens.
We already have we have Kombaba in our big reservoir because Carlos wanted to grow some in his ponds to sell them, and somehow he transferred some to our reservoir, and once a month we got to go and cut all of it down because it just completely covers the reservoir.
What is this? I missed what you were saying.
Is it Komboma Carolina? Is that how you say it, or the full name? I love that plant. It is a beautiful plant, and it's great for fry.
Yeah. You can't sell it, you can't export it out of Peru because it's not a native plant.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, so, you could sell it within Peru, but, at the time there wasn't, much opportunity.
Can you eat that type of stuff?
Eat it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
we should figure out a plant that you can grow underwater and the people could eat it in a salad or something.
We cut it off, and same with the Zola. We have a Zola problems. We take it all out and put it around our plants, our banana plants, our papaya, some of the fruits that we grow as fertilizer.
Yeah, I have to break it off and I just dump it in the compost pile, but the deer come and eat all my compost. I mean, the deer hit my compost like crazy. Sometimes, I'll think I'll have like a nice 6-foot round, and a week later it'll be half gone, and they just eat it from the woods towards my house.
Well, that's where you get a 30-06 and have venison.
Oh, I
think he's a little bit too in town for that.
well, my house is like this on the side of a mountain. At the bottom is a college. I'd be shooting towards a college. I'd be shooting towards Bryant College. That'd be bad. But it makes it really fun when they play their instruments. Like they have their marching band, and it just comes right up the side of the, I don't know if I'd say a mountain or cliff or what, but.
Hey,
fun.
Whip, you want to say goodnight to Pennywise?
I did. And
okay.
I appreciate her saying that she's not going to make it for the next show, but that's totally fine.
Yeah, but she called us idiot number 1 and idiot number 2, Whip.
But I think she was talking about you and Ed. Not me.
Oh, you? Okay. Okay.
You can only take so much.
I think I should be the Grand Master idiot.
Rack, your volume, you went in the toilet there.
Too loud?
No, not loud enough.
I could hardly hear you.
Which is good. That's okay.
Oh, poor Rack.
Poor Rack.
I want to go back to the bullpen.
We're over an hour, so we need to wrap this up so we can get over to Whips. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Anthony and Whip, for coming up at the beginning, and thank you, Rack, for finally showing up at the very end. I appreciate
Thanks for letting me come up and say hello, Ed.
You're always welcome, buddy. And thank you, everybody, for coming and watching us. Thank you, Big Steve, for the membership. And thank you for all my members. You guys really helped me out a lot. I really appreciate it. And thank you, mods, for doing your mod thing. I don't know if any of the mods were fighting or if they had to break anything up.
I saw nothing. It was all fun.
Nice.
It was, except for some guy was talking about baseball. I don't know what the hell that was all about.
Ooh. That was maybe Rockin'
That was
Fish.
a good cover, Pennywise.
No, that was Rack.
Oh. Well,
Rack.
I've had at least 2 people ask me to set up a baseball league for this year, and I haven't even thought about it.
Screwball.
So
Good night, Sharon.
I'll get on that. But do you guys have anything to say before we go over to Whips?
I just think you all are fantastic people. I'm happy to be counted amongst you.
Aw.
Well, thank you, sir. Whip,
Yeah.
do you think this looks like me?
I think it does look
It
just like
definitely
you.
was you, Ed. Looked like
I
your
wish
prom
my hair was that
picture.
good. Okay, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side.